This is the last trade we took on GU, and this is our weekly outlook on GU. Then let's go back on Monday. Where is Monday? Yeah. Monday. Yeah. So first thing first, on Monday, we had our weekly open, and the previous week, we knew that the market was moving down. And our main target and our main focus was on continue selling this price till we take out this last swing low on external structure, right? And everything was fine. And after understanding that we need to control our risk and our ego, then we had to continue selling this price down, right? So it's very, very simple. The market opened, then had a continuation, then we had our break of structure to the downside. You can clearly see it. We had the break of structure to the downside, and also we had our change of character to the downside. You can clearly see. Then you also had our break of structure to the downside. So the market was moving down. We had to be patient and wait for New York open so that we can trade New York. And we had another internal structure. This time was internal structure, break of structure to the downside, right? You can clearly see. But this time around, it was internal structure. So we had our order block just from here up to here. Our sell order block, which is the supply zone. Then our plan on Monday, we had to just wait for the price to go up and to go up from there and tap into our supply zone. Then we continue selling this price. You can clearly see it here. But we had to be patient, although we knew the market was going to push down, right? We had to be more patient and wait for the price to come to our point of interest, our supply zone, right? So our plan was to wait for the price to come here, then we get our confirmation, then we continue selling this price. So we had to wait for the price to come back. Then the price came back and we got that tap in. Then you had to go to 30 minutes to get our confirmation, and you got that confirmation. Then at that moment, we had to wait for this liquidity to be taken out and to wait for the price to come to this extreme golden level. So we got that tag in, that extreme golden level. You can clearly see it here. Sorry. Premium golden level. And then after getting that, and we had our swing high just up here, internal structure. Then you had to wait. And then you got our confirmation. But at that moment, we got our confirmation. London just had less than 3 hours to close. So we had our entry here. And our stop loss just here, targeting this swing low. So at that moment, London closed. And after London closes, automatically this order limit is invalid at that moment. You can clearly see that London just closed here and with this candle. So this order limit was invalid at that moment. So we had to wait for the following day for London session, right? So waited patiently and till even New York closed. We didn't get that tap. Then late in the night, we had this confirmation here, just early in the morning in Asian session. And then we had to wait still. And early in the morning, we got our confirmation from just here. You can see it from this candle. And then we had our entry just after this candle was closed here. Then we had our stop loss just above this swing high, targeting this swing low, continuing to the downside. Swing low, making 9R. So we had to wait patiently and we got our first take profit on GU on Monday. That was our first trade on Tuesday, sorry. So everything was very, very simple. We had to clean up everything and we had our continuation to the downside, break of structure to the downside. So as you can see here, then it came on Wednesday. And Wednesday was a little bit complicated, but still the same market structure and still looking and waiting for sales. So we had to wait and be patient for the market without any rush and checking on different pairs like EU, GBP, JPY, GJ, and so on, even gold. So this was Tuesday in the evening. So we had to wait for the price to come back to this supply zone. We had this supply zone here. And also we had this supply zone here. You can see it. So the price came. Our plan was to wait for the price to come back to this supply zone 1 and this extreme supply zone 2. Then everything was fine. We had to be patient and just waiting for the price to come to our point of interest and our supply zone, but it didn't. And it's normal. So we had our continuation, break of structure to the downside, and then we had to clean up this supply zone because we had our new trading range from this swing high, to here to the swing low. Let's go to 15 minutes. Then we had to wait and we had our supply zone just above this inducement, right? Then we had to wait. Had to wait and wait. Then we had that continuation. And still, the price didn't come back to our supply zone, but it's always normal and it's fine, right? It didn't come back. It stopped around here, right? So we had to clean up this supply zone and we had our new swing high just here. And we had our break of structure to the downside. You can see it. And just from here, we had two supply zones. We had this first one that led to this break of structure to the downside. Break of structure to the downside. And also we had this supply zone, extreme supply zone. You can see it. And my plan was very, very simple. I had to wait for the price to come either tap here and get confirmation, then sell, or to come here and tap here and then we sell. And still, it's either this supply zone or this supply zone. As long as you get confirmation, you can sell from any point of here because they're both valid point of interests, right? So we had to wait and to be patient so that we can get this confirmation and we sell this market. So everything was fine till we wait for London session to open, New York session, or Asian session. It depends on your plan and your time zone, right? Then our plan was very, very simple, and we had to wait till we get that entry confirmation before we put in our money in the market, right? Then we had to wait for that price to come and get that confirmation into our point of interest before we sell or after we sell, right? Then we had to wait. Then London opened. Then we had to wait for confirmation. Then we had that tap, and we had another tap. Then we had another tap, right? You can see. Let's go 30 minutes. We had this tap, then another tap. But on this first one, London was already closed. Then at this moment, London was open. So we had to wait still. And then we got our confirmation just from this last candle. This was our entry confirmation. So we had to wait for the price to come back here. And then we get this clean trade. We target our next swing low, right? You can see it here. Even if you go on 1 minute, you can see it that we had the shift. We had this sweep and then shift, then another shift. Then our inducement just appear, and that was our entry. So we had to be patient to wait for the price to come in and fill in our order limits, right? And after some time, we got that tag, that nice tag. You can see it. We got that nice tag. Then it was now just a waiting game. We had to wait, and we had unfilled that around here. Orders. Then we got it in. Then the price went straight to our take profit. And after taking this trade, we had another break of structure to the downside. Just order flow, right? And after hitting our take profit, then you can see we had our new swing high. So we got 15 minutes and we check for that last buy to sell that led to this break of structure, and it was this one. These candles, right? And that was our second entry. That was our second entry on Thursday evening, right? Because you can see we had our accumulation from here, accumulation phase here. Then we had this manipulation phase here, manipulation. Then we had this distribution, and this was our continuation phase from here to here, right? Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, continuation. Very, very simple. Don't overcomplicate trading. Very, very simple. Then we had our supply zone, still continuation supply zone. Then we had to target here with 5R with our stop loss just here. Yeah. Then it was just a waiting game from here. Just a waiting game. Then we got a clean tag. It was a little bit complicated because we had to hold this trade throughout the night, then till we get our full TP. You can clearly see it was a little bit complicated, and we had to be patient because we trust our system, have a proven trading strategy, and then you hit our